too. Everyone would be so smart.
That would be insane. Alright, let's see. Starboard is all set up, so let's get into our intros here. Down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, from the team Cole. Oh my god, you're going everywhere. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, coming from Cole, it is Sasquatch, the pink Zerg player.
And in the I didn't know it was me on the camera.
No, it's fine.
And in the upper right-hand corner, he's brought it back to 1-1. See what he can do now. In the red trunks, it is Og. All right. Pylon on the low ground. Not a fan of the gateway. Not a fan of the gateway expand. We are seeing this out of Protoss players in Heart of the Swarm.
Yep.
But Og is opting for this very early Nexus. I think he may know that Sasquatch is pretty much just playing Wings of Liberty style.
Yeah, so why not play Wings of Liberty against it? If you're confident you can beat him in Wings of Liberty, then why not just go for straight-up builds?
I think it makes a lot of sense. But anywho, this is the semifinals action. This is the second day of our tournament action. And it is a tournament brought to us today by none other than Raptr. Raptr.com, Raptr.com. A community that rewards you for playing video games. You can find like-minded gamers that play the same exact video games as you. Join up with them and earn rewards together. One big old happy family.
Yeah.
Prizes for this tournament are also brought to us by Logitech and Astro Gaming. You can follow them on at Logitech and at Astro Gaming respectively on Twitter. And yeah, once again, it's Bad Fat Panda and Doom bringing you the action. And once again, Sasquatch is blocked with these drones, but that does get the pylon down this time.
And he might actually go for the double pylon block, but he will not be in time there. Sasquatch does take his third base as his natural, and cancel goes down on the pylon in the natural base of his opponent.
Nice.
25 minerals. It definitely does delay your mining time just a little bit. Drones take a little bit longer to transfer. Creep spread not as easy.
His plan all along.
Yeah. And we do have very, very standard Gateway Forge going down. No early Mothership Core Dispense. There is no Cyber in sight yet.
It's going to be supply locked for a little bit. Pylon will finish up. And cannon. Is the Overlord going to run into the cannon? No. Sasquatch isn't going to do that. What he is going to do is go for 3 bases here on Daybreak very, very quickly, which we expected, considering the pylon was blocked. He went for the third, just saying, hey, whatever, dude. Going to take it eventually anyway.
He does actually get 2 lings into the main, and that's pretty big. He will be able to scout the gas timings and also just stay in and be a nuisance for an extended period of time.
Right. Big win for Sasquatch there.
Yeah, 3 probes having to be pulled at this point.
He's even got idle probes for Og down the ramp as well.
Ouch.
Just realizing that. So the Sasquatch picking his opponent apart a little bit here in the beginning. Looking at the unit counting station, it's pretty even on the drone to probes, but Sasquatch will be getting his third hatchery up in just a moment. Only making a couple of lings here and there. Some for map control. The other 2 still causing a ruckus on these gas probes, and neither will go down.
We'll see how long you can keep him staying alive, because, I mean, this is causing a little bit of attention here. You see Og constantly switch back to that Zealot. Meanwhile, yeah. Sasquatch can just be completely fine to patrol his lings around, drone up, macro up in the meantime. Oh, we actually have both gases taken at the third base. This is something I don't think I ever see anyone else do, aside from Sasquatch.
He did that last game, too,
yeah, he did.
Or no, first game.
Yeah, Cloud Kingdom game.
Stargate. Gonna be the Stargate. I think that may be the new Protoss go-to. Will the Zergling catch it? It will catch it. Oh, man. Doesn't even need to use these Overlords now to scout out anything. He's seen the third gas taken at the natural bog. He hasn't actually seen the fourth gas taken, but he may assume it knowing that the Stargate's up now. There's that lair immediately morphed for Sasquatch upon retaining all that information and taking third and fourth gas at the natural.
This is just very, very standard play. We might actually see Mutas come out here at a Sasquatch. The
We got an Oracle!
Oh, we do? Alright. So now the question is going to be, is he going to let his Oracles pool up energy, or is he going to go in straight from the get-go and try and net himself some probe kills? It is not like the Viper, they actually have to wait for their energy. So it does take a fair amount of time to accumulate, but the devastation that they can cause with only just tiny, tiny little bit of energy is insane.
Yeah, man.
Really, really good units.
Wonder where Sasquatch is going to go when he gets to lair. He went for the Mutas the first game, Hydras the second game. Was successful with the Mutas and not so successful with the Hydras. I wonder if he's going to move back to his bread and butter.
I think Mutas will be the good choice. I mean, it's Daybreak. Yeah.
The Void Ray follow-up. And there's a Robotics Bay queued up as well.
Oh, he's actually pushing forward with the Stalker and the Zealot while doing this harass with the Oracle, but the Stalker really wasn't controlled all that well and ended up dying. But the Oracle did get himself 5 drone kills, so he can be pretty happy with that. Zealot's not doing all that much either. Yeah. Yeah, still back in action. Floating back to his... Dang, you're so freaking fast.
Yeah. 5th and 6th gases were just completed for Sasquatch, and it's going to be the Infestation Pit. So this has the potential to lead to some Swarm hosts. Very excited. Ag has not gone for a third base, and it doesn't really feel like he's in a position to move out and put any type of pressure on the Zerg opponent. The creep spread is moving out from the third for Sasquatch, so if anything comes down that kind of channel, it'll be shut down immediately. But there are no proxy pylons coming. The Lings are already scouting this out. He knows exactly what's going on the map.
Yeah.
The Overlord's even going to spot now that Ag is trying to take a third, so I wouldn't be shocked to see Sasquatch ramp up a little bit of pressure. He has made a 4th macro hatch at the natural, and with that pathogen lands on the way, we're going to see some things get a little goopy out here.
Yeah, I like this. We don't see him going for Burrow quite yet. Something that's becoming increasingly common is for, I guess, a little bit more in ZBT than in ZVP, but just going for those early Burrowed Infestors plays, trying to get in, weasel your way into the natural, possibly pick off a couple of these outlying units far away from the cannon. And a 4th base coming down for Sasquatch.
Oh, okay. Alright. Thermalance was started for Og just a couple of seconds ago. He did have Chrono Boost going on it, but I don't know if he misclicked and didn't actually select Thermalance, but I know he definitely wanted to start it earlier than this. The first class will be making its way out on the map now. And the second one is queued up. So he's definitely going to favor that Colossus composition that we saw last game out of him.
This is a really early Colossus transition, too. I wonder if he wants to go for some sort of, like, pretty early 3-base timing. Generally, you see RoboBay go down around 12 minutes or so. First Colossus pop at, like, 14. And wow, a Hive coming down for Sasquatch here. I love this Hallucinated Phoenix. Hallucination, by the way, is not actually upgradable anymore. It's just an innate ability that all the sentries have from the start. Energy cost has not changed, though.
Did he send it out on the field, or...?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scouted the 4th base, and saw the Spore at the 3rd, unfortunately died to it.
Because he hasn't seen any of the main, he isn't really aware...
Oh wow, nice fungal going down on the Colossus, just barely in range of those Lings.
And a big fungal going down on everything that's pumped up.
Oh, the Mothership Core actually using Recall to get out of the way of those Infested Terran. That was very well done.
Oh, that was like a Warcraft 3 teleport.
I know, right?
That was awesome. That was awesome. And he's going to stay alive, but his third base
in the meantime,
Slings, which are focusing it down.
Will they get it? I think just barely. Yeah.
All right. Now Og's heart is racing. Now he knows he's up against the wall. He's going to immediately take that third back. But what can he actually do? Sasquatch is on 4 bases. The 4th is now getting saturated with a couple of drones up here. His composition is good. He's going for that. He's going for Adrenal Gland Star. I was about to say the crackling upgrade, but I guess you can call it whatever you want. His +2 Carapace is about to finish up as well. This is looking really good for Sasquatch here. He's in a position to take his fifth if he wanted to, and the Ultralisk Cavern is going to be the weapon of choice.
Yeah, not seeing the Spire when the High was morphing was a little bit of an indication with that. The map, I think it plays well to Ultralisks. It's difficult to engage, though, until your opponent takes this middle fourth. We'll see. I mean, taking the third base out is huge, and you got the Cybernetics Core as well. It doesn't matter that he lost a lot of the Zerglings. He can replenish those quite easily. And will assert himself on the map yet again. Looking to take control of the Watchtower. Nice placement, though, of that Void Ray by Og. And Baneling speed, chitinous plating. We have just a litany of upgrades starting now for the Zerg. All different tech paths. Does he have Burrow yet? No, he does not.
No.
He's delayed Burrow quite a bit in both games so far that we've gone this way.
I'm really curious to see what he's going to try to Neuroparasite. The Colossus, maybe? I mean, the Oracle? That would be cool.
Oh, the Oracle!
Let's fly around! Come on, get a Parasite off. Oh, no.
That would actually be really cool. I'm waiting for it now.
On it.
Nah. Yeah, Fungal and a couple of
Whoa! Alright, what was that?
He used Envision, I think? I don't... Oh, no. There's an ability
Fire?
that the Oracle has to tag units that it'll display. So, like, if you look at Og's vision right now, he'll still have vision of those structures that he targeted.
Alright. It's Fairy Fire. Druid of the Oracle, we'll call it.
Alright. Works for me. Void Ray still scouting like a boss, and we'll see the Ultralisk. He cannot be all too happy about that. Og is pushing 170 supply, though, and he does have a fair amount of Archons and Colossi in his composition. Upgrades only at 2-0 right now, so he really needs to make use of the little force fields that he has. If Sasquatch does decide to push this, I don't think he's going to commit to it, though.
Interesting funnel that Og is building over here. He's made pylons into a position to choke off.
Ooh, Sasquatch is just going to go for it. And pretty nice positioning, but huge clump here from Og, and unfortunately a lot of his units get fungled. The Ultras, though, have to engage in a choke in all of these Zerglings as well. I'd say this is a pretty cost-effective engage from Og so far. And Sasquatch is actually losing his Infestors as well.
He didn't focus fire down the Colossus in that. And now, the Mothership Core using Photon Overcharge on the Nexus, he's going to be able to fend this off. And the third base wasn't assaulted at all in this engagement, Panda. That's still alive. That's still kicking.
Yeah.
Sasquatch's not going to have to fall back. His fifth base is done, though. And looking at the drone to probe count, 91 probes on the field off of 3 bases.
Oh,
that's
actually too much.
A little too much. A little bit. But Sasquatch is maintaining a decent drone count. And his Natural still actually got a lot of minerals left over. So he's going to be okay economically. And he's making 2 Spires at once now. It does feel like he kind of wants to move into perhaps a Broodlord transition. But the 2 Spires, that could also signal double upgrades with Mutas.
This is a very difficult place for Zerg to engage. There is no coming back once you commit up this ramp. Oh, wow, Baneling's being morphed in. They do have speed, but there's still 2 Colossi up. The composition is very, very Zealot heavy. He does have these DTs to morph into Archons. But he only has 1 force field remaining, so this could be effective. We'll see. The Mothership Corpse coming out to scout. Does not get fungal growth in time. Actually, only 1 Infestor left. How many does he have on the field? There are only 2. Oh. Rocks do get taken down. Here comes Sasquatch round 2.
Baneling's going to be careful. They blow up on Archons.
Oh, and the Zerglings try to surround all the Immortals. The Colossus doing a fair amount of damage to the Lings, though. And it looks like Og is just going to barely hold this attack, but he is taking a lot of losses this time.
Definitely. He's not in a position to trade. He needs to crush.
Yeah.
And with the Greater Spire now morphing, 5 Corruptors in production. I mean, Sasquatch doesn't have a very large Infestor count, but he's got the economy. He's got so many gases pumping right now. He knows that a Warp Gate is moving across the field. He's got his Lings in position to completely respond to this.
Yeah. This is nice by Sasquatch.
What he doesn't know is that there's another warp gate on the bottom, though. And if Og's able to get a warp in the main, there's actually not a lot of whole defense over here.
Yeah, he hasn't been moving it. I've been keeping an eye on it, but... Oh... Yeah, the Corruptors and the Spore Crawler will be enough to take that out. And now he moves the second Warp Prism into position. We do have the first couple Broodlords morphing in onto the field right now. Double Spire is actually down from Sasquatch, so he can begin those double upgrades.
I like that Og is going for the 4th and the 5th at the same time, and I really like this warp in of Zealots in the back.
Yeah, right before, unfortunately, a bunch of Spine Crawlers go down. The Blings will be able to deal with this, however.
With that 3/3 upgrades and Adrenal Glands, they are monsters on the field.
Again, keep in mind that Og is only on 3-0 right now.
You know what would have really helped in those engagements? Just Swarm Host. A bunch of free units just popping out on the map. I mean...
Yeah, I feel like if your opponent's on 3-base and you really can't break them on a map like Daybreak, it's good to just give those constant waves. You need a high economy to be able to trade cost effectively against them, and they're free units for the Zerg.
Yeah,
but they do take up a lot of supply, so...
Especially when you're against a ground army, though. I mean, in the composition for Og is completely grounded now. He's got no units in the air. Sure, he's making 2 Stargates at this point right now with the Fleet Beacon on the way, but he's not going to get to that composition because what would be the 5th base is now going to be pressured. The Broodlords, there's really no answer for them on the field. 4 Stalkers and a Mothership Corps.
Ooh, Funko's going down the entire army there, as Sasquatch does have his Infestor count back up. There's the good game, so Og will be dropping into the losers bracket while Sasquatch advances to play in the winners finals.